Okay, so Acts chapter 28, verse 3 through 6 proves that Paul slash Saul, because that's his real name, is a fraud, complete fraud, and is not of Jesus. It proves that the Jesus of Paul is the same Jesus as Joseph Smith. The same entity that came to Joseph Smith is the same entity that came to Paul. And if you didn't read Acts 28, verse 3 and 6, is when Paul is gathering firewood on the island of Malta, and was bitten by a viper. A viper is a snake, venomous, highly venomous. It kills you instantly. It kills you so fast, it kills you before you were born. That's how fast it kills you. But miraculously, Paul did not die. Ah! It's all good, baby. That proves that he's a fraud. And you go, what do you mean? What do you mean? Well, that Acts 28:3-6 refers to Mark 16, verse 18, where Jesus says that those who believe and follow, they will pick up snakes with their hands, and they drink deadly poison and will not hurt them at all. They will place their hands on the sick people and they would get well. That's what it's referring to. And there's a similar passage in Luke 10:19. I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing will harm you. That's what Jesus declares. So you go, well, what's wrong with the Acts blah 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 because of blah 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 means blah 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 blah. No, see, there's a problem here, because have you ever heard Jesus say, "For those who have ears to hear, and for those who have eyes to see, see"? What he's telling you, when Jesus speaks, because we humans are in the house of sand. The house of sand. The house built on sand. Look at your screens. That's your house of sand. That's the house of sand is the house of silicon, because silicon comes from sand. This is the house of Satan, which is built on the computer, which is built on silicon, which is built on sand. It's not the first time in history that this house was built. Jesus knew about the house of silicon. It's already been here. It's already been here many times. And it's been destroyed over and over again. And here we are again. So, Jesus knew that we were in the house of Satan. And Satan is not going to let the truth out. No way. You're his slaves. Why would he want you to know the truth so you can escape from his grasp? No way, Jorge. Okay, so if you want to know what Jesus said, because Jesus spoke in cipher, so you must have a decipher to understand. Just like the Enigma code machine in World War II. World War 2.0. The Allies, the good guys, did not know what the bad people, the Axis powers, they had no idea what they were talking about. They were hearing all this until they got their hands on the Enigma machine. Enigma. Can you say Enigma? Okay. Well, that's when they started knowing what the Axis power were planning to do. So the same thing with Jesus. When you don't have the Enigma machine, you have no stinking clue what Jesus said. And that's what proves, because Paul was not in the inner circle of Jesus. He had no Enigma machine. No Enigma machine. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? He had a good machine. He had a bad machine. He had many machines, but he didn't have the good machine, the Enigma machine. Get it? Enigma, baby. Enigma. So that's where it proves it. Because when Jesus says over here, they will pick up snakes with their hands and they would drink deadly poison. That's number one. We're going to talk about the other thing where he lays hands on the sick. That we're not going to talk about that one right now, because it has nothing to do with sick either. When you see people healing other people that are sick, that comes from Satan. That does not come from Jesus. So, snakes talks about serpents. The serpent in the garden. The serpent in the garden was not a snake. The serpent in the garden was a reptilian. Today, we call those reptilian aliens, but they're not alien. They're of this earth, of this heaven, earth. Earth and heavens are one. So, the serpents in the garden is those entities, the reptilian aliens. Okay, so that's what he's talking about. They will pick up snakes. They will pick up reptilians. So reptilians cannot hurt you. That's what Jesus said. If you're with Jesus, reptilians cannot hurt you. Lucifer cannot hurt you, because you are protected. And they will drink deadly poison. When you read about Paul and all the bull crap that he says, it cannot hurt you what he says. If you go to the Church of Satan in San Francisco, okay, and you, let's say their poison, if you drink their poison, it doesn't affect you because you are of Jesus. That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about you picking up a snake and having bite your hand. Look, it doesn't do nothing. No, it doesn't do that. So that's how you know that Paul is a fraud. Paul is a fraud because he had no Enigma machine. So they had to prove that, oh yeah, I am, because this Jesus said this. Look what I did. That means I'm with Jesus. No. It's like, who has to prove that you are God? Like the creator. The creator doesn't have to prove that he's a creator. It's created. He put all the laws of creation. Just like miracles are not from the creator. They're from Satan. All the miracles. Because miracles break the rules of the creation. So how can you prove that you're on the side of the creator when you're breaking the rules of the creator? So that's what it is. Paul had no idea what Jesus was talking about, and they made some crap up so he can pretend that, oh look, I'm with Jesus because he said this. Look what happened to me. So go read your Bible. And the laying the sick. If you meet somebody who is affected by this, you tell them the truth of Jesus, and they go, whoa, no way, I never realized that Paul is working for Lucifer. And then they open up and they stop being sick, because Paul makes you sick, because he spreads poison of Satan.